Hello and welcome. This is Pulse of Culture and I'm Karolina Szapland. The 40th Warsaw Film Festival kicks off on October 11th, offering more than a week of cinematic delights. One of the most anticipated films is Kulej, the latest big-budget biopic from acclaimed Polish director Xavery Żuławski. The festival will showcase 18 international premieres, many of which are screened in the main competition. This year, the festival received a record number of more than 5,000 submissions. Of these, 84 feature-length films and 58 short films were selected, representing a total of 55 countries. This year's opening film will be Kulej, All That Glitters Isn't Gold. Jerzy Kulej was Poland's most celebrated amateur boxer, winning 2 Olympic gold medals. After his passing, his son Waldemar dedicated himself to bringing his father's full story to the silver screen.
The idea of making this had been in the back of my mind for a long time. During his lifetime, I always lived in his shadow. So after he passed away, I thought that this was the moment to do something for him. It was really one of the main goals in my life, and I don't know if anyone could have experienced as many emotions as I did when I watched this film. I saw myself as a little boy and my wonderful dad, and while making this film, I felt like an angel in the clouds.
Acclaimed Polish director Xavery Żuławski didn't set out to make just a sports film. His goal was to capture the essence of the 1960s Poland, a time when the drabness of communist life coexisted with the turbulent and glamorous lives of sports celebrities.
In the story of Jerzy Kulej, we cannot escape the political side. I think at that time Poland was a communist country and the power of the government was kind of everywhere, and the government tried to in a way suppress the individuality. So Jerzy Kulej, as a winner of 2 Olympic golds in boxing, he was a kind of a threat.
Another movie that will be screened at the Warsaw Film Festival is Where Do We Begin?, the debut feature from Monika Majorek, offering an intimate portrait of a Polish family grappling with the traumatic loss of their father.
Everybody finds some sort of emotions that are common to them, that they've maybe dealt with in the past. Maybe not everybody has had the same sort of traumatic experiences as our characters, but people find the traumas that they have been going through. And I think the hope would be to associate with our characters and I guess find catharsis for yourself, not just for the characters and not for the characters to find it, but for you to head home with your emotions, hopefully, you know, having seen the movie, understanding what the characters have been through, but then dealing with your own emotions and perhaps coming to terms with them, even if you haven't been able to do that in the past.
Now in its 40th year and under new leadership, the Warsaw Film Festival continues to be a cultural cornerstone in Poland's capital. 4 days, over 30 institutions and numerous accompanying events. Last weekend, Warsaw hosted the Warsaw Gallery Weekend, an annual art festival and one of the largest in Central and Eastern Europe. For the 14th time, the event featured the best galleries from Poland and abroad.
This is the 14th edition of Warsaw Gallery Weekend, which is now probably the largest contemporary art event in this part of Europe.
For the Warsaw Gallery Weekend, we present 2 exhibitions. One is the Aneta Zgrzyszkowska Karma Show, which is in the gallery space, and in our secret garden space, we have a sculptural installation.
This year we have over 40 exhibitions by 37 galleries, not only from Warsaw, but visiting from across the Poland, Romania, Hungary and Latvia.
We are from Kim Contemporary Art Center, from Riga, from Latvia. For Eriks, a lot of his work is based in narratives and memories from his childhood.
Marcin Janusz presents a very experimental approach for the technique. His paintings is not only two-dimensional, but he works with a very specific material which makes it more in a sculptural way, relief-ic. It goes past beyond the flat surface.
We all know that art maybe belongs into a museum, in collections, it creates some kind of heritage, but there is a certain period of time when it has to be produced, and it's produced now.
The Polish master of realism, Józef Chełmoński, has often been referred as the painter who captured the secret of Polishness in his work. Now, visitors to National Museum in Warsaw can see for themselves at the exhibition whether this statement aptly describes one of Poland's most celebrated 19th century painters.
Józef Chełmoński holds a special place in the history of Polish art. For over a century, his depictions of nature, rural landscapes and village life have been regarded as the embodiment of Polishness in the late 19th and early 20th century art. The exhibition features 119 paintings and drawings gathered from the museum's collection or loaned from over 20 institutions and private collections, both in Poland and abroad.
He created some of the most iconic Polish paintings, like Storks, like Before the Bailiff, and many others. But he was also influenced by foreign artists.
Chełmoński, born in 1849, was deeply influenced by his rural upbringing, which shaped his artistic focus on village life in Poland and Ukraine. His realistic depictions of rural scenes, from both peasant and gentry points of view, became central to his career. The exhibition highlights his most famous works, including At the Entrance to a Tavern, Departure of Cranes, and Indian Summer.
He never gained proper recognition at an international level until the end of the 80s. By that time he was already back in Poland. He settled in a small village of Kuklówka near Warsaw, and then he sent a couple of his paintings at the Universal Exposition in Paris. In 1989 he received a Grand Prix, and then he was awarded a honorary diploma in Berlin in 1891. It was like the first time that he was really appreciated on an international level.
The exhibition is a culmination point of a joint research project by the National Museums in Warsaw, Poznań and Kraków.
So let's stay in the National Museum in Warsaw. A painting of a Polish Renaissance-era court jester by the renowned Jan Matejko is enjoying a fresh wave of appreciation from an unlikely audience after it was featured on the cover of Lady Gaga's forthcoming album.
The painting by Matejko shows a morose 16th century jester named Stańczyk slumped in a chair while in the distance carefree aristocrats carouse at a party. Now it has appeared on the back cover of Gaga's latest vinyl album named Harlequin, referring to the new Joaquin Phoenix film Joker, Folie à deux.
To be honest, it was also a shock for us because we was wondering that Stańczyk is on the way to Lublin, and then we see it on the cover of Lady Gaga's album. For us, it's a great promotion, and it's not the first time that Stańczyk is a star, and I can say for sure that Stańczyk is our superstar.
While Lady Gaga has remained tight-lipped about why the picture was selected, Polish fans have been quick to point out similarities between Stańczyk and the character played by Joaquin Phoenix, the infamous Joker. Stańczyk, believed to have served as the court jester to 3 Polish kings, was more than just an entertainer. He was celebrated for his wit, intelligence and prescient political insights. While the existence of Stańczyk is debated, he became a revered symbol of Poland's patriotic struggle in the 19th century, following the country's partition in the late 18th century, and helped inspire the nation's greatest bards and artists.
Lublin has been officially chosen as the European Capital of Culture for 2029, a prestigious title that highlights the city's rich cultural heritage. This recognition brings with it numerous benefits, including enhanced cultural, economic and social promotion, as well as access to European funds for further development.
Lublin has been named the European Capital of Culture for 2029, winning out over Bielsko-Biała, Katowice and Kołobrzeg after a 2-year-long competition. Its 100-page application, centered on the theme Reunion, impressed the European Commission with its focus on European unity, community engagement and cultural appeal. The title is expected to boost Lublin's chances of receiving European funds for cultural projects and infrastructure. This prestigious designation, part of an initiative launched in 1985 to celebrate Europe's cultural diversity, makes Lublin the 3rd Polish city to earn the title, following Kraków in the year 2000 and Wrocław in 2016.
A ceremony was held at the Ukrainian embassy in Poland to award the diploma and certificate of a foreign member of the National Academy of Arts of Ukraine in the specialization musical art. The director of the National Opera, Waldemar Dąbrowski, became a new member.
I've been involved in Polish-Ukrainian relationships since a quarter of the century. I did many things. I cooperate with my friends, musicians and people of culture. I established at a certain point of time the scholarship Gaude Polonia, where almost 1,000 young Ukrainian talented artists could have spent half a year in Poland just to smell liberty, smell democracy.
This certificate puts him in one row with such outstanding persons as Jerzy Hoffman and Krzysztof Zanussi.
Throughout his career, Waldemar Dąbrowski has supported artists from Central and Eastern Europe. After the outbreak of war in Ukraine, he and the director of the Metropolitan Opera in New York established the Ukrainian Freedom Orchestra. The ensemble consists of Ukrainian musicians.
This autumn marks 10 years since the opening of the core exhibition at the Polin Museum, which showcases 1,000 years of Polish Jewish history. The museum is located in the heart of the pre-war Jewish parts of Warsaw, in the very same district that was transformed into a ghetto by the Germans during World War II. The institution's mission is to preserve and restore the memory of Polish Jewish history and show that this history lives on till this day. Ten years after its opening, the exhibition has been expanded to include a painting by Wilhelm Sasnal and the proof of identity documentary by Mikołaj Grinberg. Polin is deeply connected to its name, which in Hebrew and Yiddish means both Poland and here you shall rest.
And that's all that we prepared for you in this episode of Pulse of Culture. I'm Karolina Shapland. Thank you for watching.